All right, welcome to the party, pals. GRC Mafia. Right out of the gate, we're here to break down barriers, foster collaboration, community, working towards a more secure future for everybody. Definitely a learning and growing environment. And then during this particular event, this is now episode 5 out of 5, where we're just discussing a little bit further into more depth about the assessment handbook webinar series that HITRUST provides. I'll show my screen here in a moment more regarding that portion, but everybody is encouraged to come up, add your participation to it and so forth. If you guys have any questions, even if it doesn't pertain to exactly what we're talking about, worst case scenario, we could circle back around to that. Whether you guys want to do it in chat or you guys want to come up on stage, that's up to you, but definitely the option is there if you would like to. One of the best places to share your personal LinkedIn or other social media is going to be our Discord server. I'm dropping that in chat now. And then don't share anything that you don't want to be public. Definitely a live stream on the internet forever. And you can reach out to me on Discord, LinkedIn, or contact@studygrc.org in order to get something redacted if you slip something up or otherwise. You can ask PBO how that works out. And definitely share useful resources, whether it pertains to HITRUST or not. That's what we're all here about. So if you guys have other questions, if you guys have other resources that you guys are checking out or otherwise, definitely share those. And heading over to our live chat channel on the Discord server, I think I forgot to mention that part. You guys may be familiar or not, but B-Dubs does have a blog publishing a GRC cybersecurity related article every single Monday. And then also the CISSP study group, which I believe the last session is actually this Saturday. So this Saturday at 3 p.m. is going to be the last session completing that. It covered all of the domain objectives, and it's freely available on YouTube. Both of those links are also in the chat there. And then, of course, we have our website as well. The noteworthy portion about our website is the resources page. The resources page is definitely something I'm probably going to talk about a little bit more tonight, because tonight we have our primary meeting at 6 p.m. And the resources page, we've done a little bit more work to. But we're constantly, there's thousands and thousands of resources out there. So anything that you guys want to include to that, just send it over to us. There's also a form on the resources page itself that you could submit resources through as well. Because that's just a benefit, value add to the community at large. And I'm going to go ahead and transition over here. Yeah, welcome to the party, pal. I see R squared hopping in chat. We got B-Dubs, Cam. I keep forgetting what you tell me to call you. I'm so horrible at names. I think it was like OP or something along those lines is what you told me before. I feel horrible about that. I'm horrible at names. And then we are streaming on ultra low right now as well. So welcome to the party, pal, Brexy. But yeah, so this particular session really, this entire series of 5 videos from HITRUST, let me go ahead and drop the link for that real quick. So the video that we're supposed to be reviewing this time around is video 5, which you guys can check out here. That's going in chat. And then this secondary link will take you to the HITRUST page that has all 5 videos lined out. And we've talked about quite a bit already. Of course, this isn't going to include the entire assessment handbook itself, but it really gives you a really good introduction to it. And they actually call out the different chapters and sections within the handbook itself. And what I talked about last time, what I find really useful is to play the video on one side of the screen and then follow it through what they're talking about on the assessment handbook itself. That's going to be tonight, Brexy. I think Brexy might be trying to grab the GRC Mafia badge. But one of the key highlights that I did take from this session 5, where they talked more about the different tiers that they have, and I honestly don't really feel like tiers is probably the best way to explain it, because like for an example, you don't have to, it's not a climbing tier. Like with NIST CSF, for an example, you have the actual profile tiers and so forth. Whereas with HITRUST, it's not like that. You can go to an R2 and or the I1, and you don't have to move around. You're not required to, and it's not really a tiered program. Now, one of the cool things though is like I1 is the lower tier. That's like the base level, which I think has about 60 requirements or so. And they also have a rapid, I'm trying to find it here in my notes, but they have like a rapid program as well. So you can get recertified rapidly. So you go through, you get your I1 certification. And then on year 2, you can go through and go through a program for rapid recertification. And then year 3, you would have to do the full recertification again, rather than doing it every single year. So not only does that save a bunch of money, really, but time and effort and so forth for your year 2 assessment. Right? Yeah, exactly, Cam. That's a much better way of putting it. So it's more like product offerings than tiers. And that's like something that I guess, I don't know, from the NIST mindset that I have, like it just kind of, it's a lot different. It's product offerings of 3 different, technically 4 different types now, I believe, with add-on benefits as well. So, because then you could add on, you know, HIPAA or whatever else. They have their AI side of it now too. But that was one of the key highlights that I noted is the rapid recertification process for year 2, which that's only available for I1. Other than that, they did a lot of discussion regarding CAP. So that's like going through, it's very similar to like POAMs and yeah, just lining everything out and getting certified. That was the majority of this discussion, was just how do you get certified? What is the process like? And how do you do recertification? So there's a lot of information that goes into it. But yeah, that's pretty much my rundown on it. If you guys have any particular questions or other notes that you guys took out of it, definitely feel free to drop that. Also, I'm going to go through, and I think I mentioned this last week, I'm going to go through and just record like a recorded version of this and just discuss like all 5 videos in one go and make like a 30-minute video regarding that or so. And I'll probably publish that next Thursday at 11. So that way we have everything consolidated into a single video and condensed down. But that's pretty much what this session is designed to cover, is the session 5, if you guys have anything for it. Yeah, it looks like Cam's mentioning the shout out to the CSF within it as well. But I'll stick around for a moment to give you guys an opportunity, or otherwise, if you guys have particular questions. Like I said, I think HITRUST still has a ways to go. During their presentation, they did mention the fact that they are working on more transparency and so forth. And I think that's definitely a necessity. But then also on top of that, a lot of people are still under the assumption that it's primarily just for healthcare, which just isn't the case anymore. So back in the day, yes, it was definitely focused towards healthcare, but nowadays this really could be applied to any organization. And they have clients that are in healthcare, the financial industry for banking. They also have like technology startups, and they have technology sector and several others as well. So even some in like the business and SaaS products, and all of the main cloud providers, CSPs, cloud service providers, also maintain the HITRUST certifications. I think PBO should probably do a video about that. He's talked about like FedRAMP in the cloud. I think that would be a pretty good one too, and see, you know, is it really something you just enable, pay some money for to use their HITRUST? And then I'll drop this link one more time for this video. I found it most useful going through YouTube itself, just because the viewing experience was a little bit better. But yeah, if there's no questions or otherwise, then I'll probably just go ahead and end it here. And then we'll have like a full, more comprehensive, recap of the whole series next week as well. And then I'll catch you guys tonight as well. Let me pull that up. Let me see. So also tonight, so Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Central is our primary meeting time. And we are going to have Kelly presenting. She does work for Black Hills, and talking about the value of GRC and whether or not it's a cost center, how you could kind of show its value. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in chat real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring this to an end. But yeah, thank you guys for popping in here and so forth. And if you guys have any other questions or otherwise, drop that in Discord, and I'll catch you guys tonight. GRC Mafia.